The grand final for the road to Red Bull Wololo Legacy between MarineLord and 3DB is here for the month of July, week 1. And it's going to be a fantastic set, not only because of the civilizations and maps, but because of the players. We've got MarineLord playing on the west side of the map in blue as the French. And on the east side, we've got 3DB playing in red as the Delhi Sultanate. The map is Cauldron, and boy oh boy, this is going to be a great matchup because MarineLord, as we know, is a fantastic player. Golden League champion, has booked his place already in Castle Heidelberg for the main event, Red Bull Wololo Legacy. On the east side of the map though, we have got 3DB looking to actually make his position there to get that golden ticket to the main event, and this could be a big marker to do so. He's had to beat a lot of great players to get here. He had to get through Wham in the semi-finals, the Canadian, who actually got to the finals of the June monthlies, and so that was a great feat to be able to do that. And before that, he got through none other than Beastie Cutie. And Beastie Cutie, of course, needs no introduction. The champion for the N4C tournament already has his position secured for the main event in Castle Heidelberg. The map is Cauldron. Looking forward to this matchup. The French versus the Delhi Sultanate. We've seen the French on this map already. It can be a very strong civilization, especially in the hands of MarineLord. MarineLord certainly knows his way around the French civilization. Getting some knights out on the field to look to put some pressure on. We see something different actually going forward here. We actually see docking in the middle of the pond. The middle pond has a lot of shore fish. 3DB has a lot of fishing ships already with the Delhi Sultanate. Pretty impressive. And MarineLord did look to try and get a dock there. That was denied. Does have an outpost there. But that's not going to do too much damage to the fishing ships because the fishing ships are going to be healed up at the dock. So this is a really nice strategy. Means that 3DB is going to be able to get up to the next stage pretty quickly. He's going to get the Dome of the Faith. He does get there. Obviously, MarineLord is already on his way, but the big difference is that this economy is going to be absolutely huge. If he can keep it alive, that is, because there is a outpost there trying to be put up by MarineLord. But one thing to notice about the Delhi Sultanate fishing ships is these guys can fire arrows. So if they can stop the outpost going up, this is going to be an important bit of economy here for the Delhi Sultanate. It's going to continue getting the fishing ships as well. Holy smokes. This fishing eco is going to be insane. This is going to be interesting because this is a new map to us. And so we're seeing a new method established here. And he may even look to get patchwork repairs. Don't forget with the Delhi Sultanate, all the upgrades are for free. But that will certainly help his cause. Getting a couple of spearmen for the defense at home. Of course, he needs to be careful because the French knights do run around. Some walls there could be quite useful. He's already walling up this area here. Walling to the cliff here. That's going to offer him a lot of security. Getting some blacksmiths up for those free technologies. He's got a barracks and a stable. Thing is that the Delhi Sultan looking strong here because they're going to be able to secure scholars garrison in this. Actually make these into 2, so double the speed of production. Effectively producing 2 barracks worth and 2 stables worth. The feudal age army are going to be strong here for 3DB. And that's going to be backed up with a lot of economy. Fishing ships here being microed incredibly well by 3DB. All the weak ones, he's putting them back and he's just getting them repaired by the dock. Of course, this is very micro intensive, but these guys are the top of their games. And look at, he's going to pull this fishing ship back, microing it super well. This outpost, unfortunately, can't range that. It's trying to get an outpost there on the left side, so this could be a problem for 3DB if he doesn't deny it. I don't think he's not noticing. But he's actually going to put some pressure on the left side. At least there was attack notification. Doesn't seem like actually a lot's happening there. He's getting some army on the field. Going for horsemen and spearmen. MarineLord going for knights and spearmen of his own. Which is really strange in the sense of the way the game's panning out. Because often you see knights here in the French, from the French, just raiding. He's not been able to manage to do that because of the eco backing up with army here. As I say that, there is a knight there looking to harass that gold vein. But look at the military production here for the Delhi Sultan. This eco is insane. This outpost does go up from MarineLord, so that's a bit of an issue. This fishing eco will be stopped, but the thing is, the damage almost has been done. You feel like 3DB has just got so much of an economy here. Let's take a look at the income per minute. 1,000 food per minute. This has been buzzing away for at least a good 5 minutes now. And this means that there's a lot of military on the field. Let's take a look actually how many. 33 military on the field for 3DB versus 7. I mean, do you know what? These outposts are just going to be sieged down. This is going to be absolutely incredible for 3DB. He'll even be able to bring some scholars on the front line to heal up these units if he wishes to. He'll take down all the outposts. A knight will be heading through, but not be able to do much damage. There's a couple of archers. Again, military numbers aren't here for MarineLord. 3DB, a fantastic start to this set. It's best of 5. And 3DB really putting down the marker here. This outpost goes down, and the military in there is going to be completely swept off, completely wiped off the face of the map. And the fishing economy looking super strong here, still for 3DB. MarineLord not able to push this back. This is looking incredibly strong. Behind this, constant production, barracks are stable. Blacksmith upgrades coming in as well. And holy smokes, look at the military numbers, guys. 40 military for 3DB, 8 for MarineLord. If you're MarineLord, what are you thinking at this point? I mean, this is incredible play for 3DB. Establishing a new strategy, and that's it. That's it. 3DB takes the first game of the set. MLord has to pull out. He's just so far behind. The fishing economy, what a great idea for 3DB, especially with the Deadly Sultanate pick. 3DB coming with a fantastic strategy. Great start to the set. 3DB getting the first game. Don't go anywhere, guys. Game number 2 coming right up. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 2 on Frisian Marshes between MarineLord and 3DB. There's been a change of colours, so that might make things a little bit more confusing, but what's not confusing is how dominant that display was by 3DB on that first game. Going for the fishing ships on the middle of that pond on Cauldron was a fantastic play. The food economy was so strong, and we see the food economy coming into play here again. We've got MarineLord playing in the south corner of the map in red as the Holy Roman Empire, and on the east corner of the map we've got 3DB playing in blue as the French, going immediately out with the mill with 5 villagers for the shorefish. And this is a surprising play because we haven't seen this being done. 3DB coming up with some fantastic strategies. Now this is a community map, a new map as well, so the meta is still establishing, and I really like what I see here, because the fact is you have got at least about a 4 or 5 minute window in which you can't be pushed. Now that 4 or 5 minute window, the French have really cheap mills, half price, 25 wood for this mill. All the other civilizations that cost 50 wood. So getting pushed off this position is not a huge investment. It's a bit of investment in walking time, but that's more than made up for. The speed of gather of food is insane on the shorefish. Just take a look. 3DB's food income here is significantly higher than MarineLord's. 3DB has 8 villages on food. MarineLord has 6. So to be fair, MarineLord actually has less villages on food, but I think this timer is probably a little bit delayed because I'm pretty sure this is going to be a lot faster. As you see, it's still climbing as we speak. And this is going to be huge amounts of food income for 3DB. Don't forget though also, this is a prelate inspiring these villagers. So that's not just 6 villagers. That's 6 villagers plus 40%. I mean, that is a significant amount. It's a relatively equal number of villagers, but we can see the differential on food count per minute. So this is definitely worth it, and holy moly, this means it's going to be a fast uptime for the French. The Holy Roman Empire obviously has a very fast uptime themselves, 4 villagers on gold. Now, if MarineLord is going to be greedy, that could become a problem. Often Holy Roman Empire do play to the strength in terms of economy. Going to go up with the Ark and Chapel. That's going to be a nice spot for MarineLord, all things considered. Gets the food and the wood, can't access the gold, I'm afraid. It's too far forward. That's the thing about Frisian Marshes. Sometimes you get spawns like this where the gold is super forward. And that's the secondary gold. You can imagine how much pressure that invites. Gold is a forward for 3DB as well. I think MarineLord does see that. Actually, doesn't see that. That is huge because MarineLord's not expecting it, right? Like, players have not been doing this so far in the tournament. So, oh, he's going to see it now. But anyway. But that's 3 minutes into the game. So it's only now that MarineLord sees this. 3 minutes into the game. 3 minutes worth of shore fishing. And, well, MarineLord can't do anything but from just be a bit of a nuisance, really. And that food income's going to be insane for 3DB. See, the income's almost 100 food more. Right, really strong play by 3DB. Taking the first game of the set, he's putting up some really good strategies today and got through some strong players to get here. And you feel like 3DB is on a bit of a roll. MarineLord, though, he's no slouch. It's going to be a very tough job. And the set is long, best of 5. MarineLord's got plenty of time to come back into this set, having lost the first one. A little bit of aggression with the scouts there, not much else going on. Let's take a look at the sheep count, because there is a lot of sheep on Frisian Marshes, and take a look at that sheep count. 15 of them for MarineLord means that the farming transition will be relatively delayed. Not delayed, but can be delayed. It'll be really strong for him. We do see 3DB, a decent number of sheep himself as well. Not quite as many as the Holy Roman Empire today, but he has got the shortfish he's been relying on very nicely. Bit of micro here between the two scouts. MarineLord just trying to be annoying. Trying to punish him for going for the... Oh, yeah. 3DB takes care of that sheep. Don't blame him being harassed like that. MarineLord gets to the feudal age. So does 3DB, and that's actually quite significant, the fact they both went up at the same time. Especially seeing as the Holy Roman Empire has that huge amount of bonus in terms of eco with the prelate. Boosting the villagers' speed of gather rate by 40%. That's nothing to be snuffed at, but the micro has been on point here for MarineLord. 3DB having to back off with his scouts, but we will be getting a knight on the field relatively soon, and so those scouts won't be able to take an effective fight. Oh, 3DB loses a scout there. Doesn't really want to do that too much. Needs to keep the scout alive. He needs that scouting information. A bit rough, but he's just biding his time, trying to avoid losing a villager. Knight will be coming out now. This villager needs to be careful. Bit of micro there for MarineLord. Scout heading away for 3DB. The charge attack gets off, and now I think MarineLord's going to have to back off. And this is pretty impressive by 3DB, forcing MarineLord into a feudal age push, or aggression at least. Defensive, I suppose, in a way. 2 spearmen going forward and a stable. No fast castle on the cards for MarineLord just yet, because of course the French can be aggressive and feudal age will be very risky. That looks like 3DB is going for stone. 3 villages on stone. It could be a second town centre. Could be outpost rush, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was a second town centre. If it gets a second town centre on the shorefish, oh my god. Imagine a town centre there. Have access to wood, 3 ponds, and deer. Meantime, MarineLord looking to get that food income high, looking to get those horsemen on the field, producing them. And in the stealth forest, the spearmen will be getting good damage. Holy moly, 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 moly. Come on, 3DB, take that knight away. He wants to micro this well. Oh my god. Okay, managed to get out of the way. 7 HP on that knight. If he pulls that knight away, gets chivalry, heals that up, it'd be a brand new knight. Good charge attack. MarineLord losing his scouts. That's actually really important in the stealth forest. Gets the sight. He needs to protect the snipe though. Doesn't want to lose the snipe 3DB. Does have a lot of villagers on stone looking to get that second town center. That's what it's for. Get chivalry. Yeah, he's getting chivalry as well. Going to be making use of the chivalry upgrade. He needs to save the knights though. Yeah, he's microing this back. Bringing the 2 knights back at home that are weak. Needs to keep them safe. Probably might even garrison them in the town center. That's exactly what he does. Keeps them nice and safe. Doesn't want to run them and ruin them. This is how we can micro so nicely as the French. It's actually quite infuriating if you're up against them. I actually ungarrisons them for now. Yeah, continuous stream of spearmen and horsemen for MarineLord. Looking to put some feudal age pressure. Does have a lot of food in the background, a bit more gold, and he'll be able to get up to the next stage relatively soon. 3DB looking to get that wood income. Got enough stone now. Does actually... Has he placed the town centre foundations yet? Still waiting for the wood, I think. And it's just securing that position with the knights, the 2 knights, and the 2 knights here cycling around. These guys are a bit weak, but chivalry will be coming in. It's just in now. 8 villages on wood. We'll get to that wood count that he needs, 400, but relatively delayed. Actually, he's got the wood for it. He's going to get that town centre now. In that spot, exactly that we discussed. Like, this is such an amazing spot. The food is not going to be a problem for 3DB, that's for sure. My god. Going to be a fantastic town centre, and he's going to have enough to... Oh, he needs to keep those knights alive though. He's going to have enough to defend as well. Takes out a horseman. They're going to try and run away with the 2 knights, but the horseman will be able to catch up. I think 3DB might lose at least one of the knights. It's a bit sloppy for him, by his standards that is. And they're just going to block. That's actually nice blocking there. Very, very nice blocking. The town centre will go up, so we'll be able to protect that 1 knight. Loses 1, but the main thing, he's got the second town centre now. Really key issues that, yes, sure. The Holy Roman Empire have the prelate and the Arcade Chapel, so these villages will be working a lot faster, but the French have the faster working town centres. 30 villages for MarineLord, 34 for B, but he's got 2 town centres, don't forget, so that differential will really start to rise. But another important thing to consider is this. The Holy Roman Empire going up with the Regulus Cathedral will be able to house 2 relics in that, and that will be 200% gold extra. That's a total of 600 gold per minute if you can secure those 2 relics. The one thing that will be standing in his way are these French knights that do have a lot of mobility. If 3DB could delay those relics coming in, that would be hugely strong. Just like 3DB is going for 2 town centre, heavy feudal age push with 2 archery rangers to back this up. And who could blame them, because the economy is going to be strong, lots of food will be gathered. We see the prelates going out to try and get those relics. There's the castle age. 3DB is going to be aware of this. He's going to know where the relics are and look to try and deny. He's going to see the prelate as well. Prelate coming back from MarineLord. Charge attack goes off. 3DB is going to try and snipe the prelate. Doesn't quite manage it. There are spearmen there. Doesn't want to take the fight. MarineLord will take a knight here if he's not able to actually. Look at the micro. Look at the micro, guys. 3DB snipes the prelate, and now he could just back off. He doesn't need to take any unnecessary fights. He's going to wait for his archers to come back in to the fight. And 3DB looking strong here. 41 economy there for him. 32 from MarineLord. Already 11 villager differential, but don't forget we're going to factor in the prelate. The 40% gather speed buff. Oh, knights need to back off there. Don't want to take too many free hits against the spearmen. The spearmen are direct counters to these knights. No relic in. There's one relic coming in now. Obviously the French will want to delay that for as long as possible. One will be coming in. That'll be 300 charge attack going off. This is fantastic micro. Taking relatively cost-effective fights. So don't forget, with great micro here, the knights will stay alive. He does lose one though, unfortunately for 3DB. Takes out the spearman though. Now we're going to, I think he's take another fight here. He's going to charge attack. And get rid of the spearman. Needs to try and, oh, don't lose these knights though. 3DB. You need to keep them alive. Uses the charge attack, and he backs off. Uses even the weak knights. Not afraid to fight with these knights. One thing has to be brought in mind. MarineLord has castle age units. That is definitely a big step up. But 3DB will have the numbers. Horseman trying to get some raids on this army and these villagers here, but probably won't be able to get too much damage. 16 military on the field for 3DB, 8 from MarineLord, but don't forget that MarineLord's army is just stronger at this point in terms of quality, but there are lots of archers on the field. Chivalry healing up these knights nicely. And the problem for MarineLord is it is kind of on a timer. Yes, sure he's in the castle age, but the resources and the eco for 3DB is going to be crazy here. You can see climbing incredibly fast. 36 for MarineLord, 48 for 3DB. Doubles. Holy mo. Oh my god. 2 extra stables going down. He's got the school cavalry as well. I think we can see a huge feudal age push. Villagers going to be fighting the horsemen off. Horsemen aren't hugely strong. Going to micro this back. We'll be saving. We'll be losing one villager, but certainly gets a lot of hits on this horseman. I think a second relic being picked up by the prelate. That's going to be a problem, to be honest with you, for 3DB. 600 gold per minute. That is a lot of gold. But we see a huge amount of production going. Horseman does go down on that back line, wood line. I think 3DB needs to shore up that position somehow. Maybe wall across a little bit. But that will be heavy in food and wood investment that you may not necessarily have. Well, a decent amount of wood actually, 400 wood. There's the veteran upgrade for MarineLord. For the spearman. Looks like army's pushing forward now for 3DB. Decent number of archers, 9 of them in the field, knights as well. And he's going to add more. Look at this. He's literally got 3 stable production. He's got a couple of scouts coming out as well. No archers queued up, but he will be going up to the castle age himself relatively soon. Looking just to get some final damage. Thinks about getting a charge attack, but there was brace there, so he's going to micro that very nicely. Get down 1 spearman. Again, forcing the villagers off of the Fort Shawfish. Manages to take 2 villagers down. And this is a great fight for 3DB, taking a really cost-effective fight. There is a spring lord emplacement in that town centre, in that outpost rather there. It's going to do a lot of damage, yeah. Knights going down though. A lot of idle time here caused. Another villager goes down, and even another most likely. Regulus Cathedral is running. Knights running past Regulus Cathedral, getting villagers left, right and centre. 3DB just buying himself some time, doing some damage, so he can get himself out to the castle age, denying the villagers on the stone. That's the problem for MarineLord. I think MarineLord was possibly thinking about getting a castle or a keep himself, maybe a second town centre, but now has to back off. Is 3DB looking to just do a bit of damage and back off there. 25 military on the field, only 7 for MarineLord. MarineLord can't do any damage here at this point, and it's going to be a castle age in there for MarineLord. Sorry, for 3DB relatively soon. I'm almost convinced he's going to go for the Royal Institute. I mean, it can't be the Guildhall. Once he does go up the Royal Institute, that's going to be Imperial Age upgrades, 20% cheaper as well. When will we see that age up? Pretty soon, I suspect. And the amazing thing behind this is, look at the economy. 39 for MarineLord, 65 for 3DB. So whilst he is going to the castle age, he can constantly produce units. And that would be incredible, because he will upgrade those units to the castle age units as soon as he gets there. I'm talking about castle age, but he's not actually going there. I'm not entirely sure why. I think maybe microing on the front lines. Pretty surprised it hasn't clicked up. Maybe thinking about extending the feudal age a little bit longer. He's got plenty of food and gold. Doesn't seem like... Is he still producing from 3 stables? He is as well. Holy moly. In a Fort Castle Age. the price is not doing it. I think he's just making a decision whether he goes for full feudal age or goes to the castle age. I think castle age is really the way forward here. Might try and deny this area because a lot of shorefishers here. But yeah, he's not putting the foundation for the age up building. But there are horsemen there looking to raid that wood line. We said earlier, 3DB struggling to protect that wood line, which is a bit of an issue. Does have a safe town centre here. May look to migrate some villagers there. Gonna go for this wood line maybe. Let's go for stragglers just for now. But again, it's not going up to the next stage. Constantly producing those knights, looking to put some pressure again on feudal age. I mean, I don't know if he's just forgotten. An horseman running right. Two knights going to try and cycle through and push that away. There's the Royal Institute. He finally goes up to the next stage and he'll be able to continue producing. Look at that economy. 1600 food. This comes down to this town centre. This is where the food economy is. It's a little bit insane. Apologies. I was looking at the income per minute. He may not have actually been able to afford the castle age. I was actually on the wrong tab. But in any case, he does get to the castle age now at a very good timing. There's that Royal Institute. Knight's going to take care of the horsemen. Look at the numbers as well. Look at the numbers of military here. 33 for 3DB, 22 for MarineLord. These are knights. These are against horsemen. Knights will kill them. That's for sure. There is the castle age, and this is looking bad for MarineLord now because MarineLord isn't in a good spot. He is nowhere near where he wants to be. Maybe we have to go up to the Imperial Age for the Palace of Swabi relatively soon. The issue is the military, because now 3DB has the Royal Institute. He's already started to queue up upgrades for his army. Veteran Royal Knights. Once that comes in, that's going to be hugely strong. He can afford these upgrades as well. Royal Bloodlines. Well, that's probably the next thing he's going to go for, and that's exactly what he's doing. This increases the health of all cavalry by 35%. Guys, that's such a huge boost. It's like they can take cost-effective fights against spearmen even at this stage with the veteran. But adding Royal Bloodlines, that is an insane upgrade. It's an Imperial Age upgrade. That's what it comes down to. It's an Imperial Age army upgrade. Villagers and gold though are going to be harassed here quite heavily by the horsemen. Needs to be careful. Market going down to balance the economy for 3DB. But he needs to protect that gold villagers a lot more because he will need that gold for the upgrades. But in doing this, again, I don't think 3DB minds this. Okay, sure, he's going to lose villagers, but MarineLord's going to lose his horsemen. If MarineLord loses his horsemen, he's got no army on the field. And 3DB has villagers to spare, 86 of them versus 48. Actually, if 3DB losing villagers versus horsemen, not necessarily a bad trade. Overall, as the game goes on, if it was late game, it would be bad trade. But this doesn't seem like it's going to go to the late game. It actually looks like 3DB is going to push this in into the early castle age of fights and really push. Look at this. It's going to take out all these horsemen. MarineLord in so much pressure here. 37 military on the field versus 14. You get the feeling that 3DB is going to push on, but a new age does begin for MarineLord. I suspect it's the Palace of Swabia. It is indeed. The village count will start to catch up, but this is the window of opportunity. I've said it several times before on this channel, and I'll say it again. When you age up, that is often when you're at your weakest. And I just wonder whether 3DB will take that as a signal to double down. And indeed he is, because that is a heck of a lot of stables. 4 stables and the School of Cavalry. Knights have been pumped out. He has got villagers on stone. 3 villagers, not many, to be fair. Maybe saving up to get a keep. To be honest, with this number of knights, he won't need siege. He can just torch everything down with 28 Royal Knights. Veteran Royal Knights, with cantled saddles, with Royal Bloodlines, and with veteran archers in behind. This army is formidable for 3DB. He's running around just to see if this relic is being taken, keeping his eye on things, biding his time. Looks like villagers here on the north are being pressured though by MarineLord with a couple of knights and a couple of horsemen. That's actually a bit of an issue for 3DB because he did need some safe food resources. This town centre did so much work in terms of the food. Now it's going to be an issue. He's actually going to gather the ball with an outpost there. This is what the French do. They have these pocket economies because they can afford to, because they just have the mobility, had the pressure. This horseman's going to be a pain to deal with though. We'll want to deal with that. We need to keep some army on the front lines as well though. But this is a huge... Guys, oh my god. 33 knights and counting army's really starting to build up for Marine for 3DB. 53 on the field versus 15. That is not even close. 3DB will lose some villages here because of this horseman. That's a bit of an issue. But overall, in a strong position here. It's going to start pushing in now, I suspect. Going to look to maybe cycle around on the west side. We could just see if we can get some damage on the shore fishers there. Has he noticed this? He hasn't noticed this just yet, 3DB. That's kind of a problem. But this is where the big fight is going to be. It's going to look to just torch down the outposts. That's the issue. That's the issue that Marino's going to face. He might be able to use emergency repairs, potentially. Not entirely sure, actually, if he can. Outpost goes down. Villager's going to be idle. They're running back home. Horseman does go down eventually. I think the villagers just turn around and fight. And this is the issue. 3DB sees Spearman. He doesn't care because these guys are tanky as anything. Cantle saddles, royal bloodlines, veteran upgrade, you name it. It's just there. MarineLord has got an opportunity to boom behind this, but it's too little too late, you suspect. 70 villagers versus 103, even with the Palace of Swabia and that printer. These outposts will get torched down very quickly. There is the emergency repairs. That'll bide some time for MarineLord, but he's going to need more time than that. And you just get the feeling 3DB tightening his grip on this game. If he wins this game, that'll be 2 games to 0 and a best of 5. That'll be match point. 3DB sieging these outposts down. Again, emergency repairs being used. Again, we'll give him some time. But there are 39 veteran Royal Knights with Imperial Age upgrades in the form of Cantle Saddles and the Royal Bloodlines. Things looking rough here. Monastery going to go down. Not much value in that, but it keeps them busy, these knights. And behind this, take a look. All this production booming away. And the village count still rising for 3DB. Now it's time to focus on the production buildings. These 3 barracks go down. That means MarineLord has to invest in more production buildings. He actually doesn't have that much else. He's got 1 more barracks and 3 stables. Villagers taking boar as well. There are the spearmen. They could just push these knights away, but look at that. Barracks going down. Emergency repairs try to repair, but it's not going to be enough. The barracks going down. There's no production there for MarineLord. And even with 113 economy now is 3DB. Even with the Palace of Swabia is not able to catch up. These barracks will go down. This is going to be a big problem for MarineLord. MarineLord trying to hold on. It is the grand final after all. Now this is the pressure point. This is where 3DB pushes in with his archers, going to snipe down the spearmen. If the spearmen go down, that's it. No more defenses. These knights get absolutely tickled by arrow fire. In fact, he's just going to take the fight. And the archers are going to do a lot of damage to the spearmen. These are veteran spearmen, don't forget. Oh my god, these knights are just going to come in. They're going to run in. And 3DB, look at the resources count. He's got more resources than he knows what to deal with here. And this is going to be a problem for MarineLord. No siege on the field, but he doesn't need it because the number of knights on the field is going to farm forward farms for the win. 3DB showing his strength here, being able to just even put farms on the front line, going to siege down the outposts. What do you do for 3DB, if you're MarineLord rather? With 3DB, it's pretty easy what you do. You just keep running in, keep harassing, keep fighting, keep pushing. MarineLord going to get his Palace of Swabia taken out. If that goes down, there's surely no way back into this game. 1-0 3DB at the moment, looking to make it 2-0 in this best of 5. MarineLord under a lot of pressure, trying to hang on here. 3DB putting the pressure with the knights. MarineLord trying to hang on. I'm not sure he's going to be able to hang on too much longer. The knight's going to start diving into the center of the base, idling all that economy. MarineLord, yeah, this is looking bad. He does have cannon emplacements, but I don't think that's going to be enough. MarineLord going to lose his wood lines here on the south. He does have a massive wood line here. But if that gets pressured, then he's going to struggle up for wood. He's not going to be able to get spearmen out. Does have a couple on the field, but you just get the feeling behind this. All this untouched economy for 3DB, going to fund an even larger economy. Look at that food count, look at the gold count. Just stopping producing of knights for a little while, be able to give him Imperial Age, but he won't even need it, I suspect. The knights just running riot here. His Palace of Swabia is down, just 1 town centre. Won't be able to catch up in villages because there's no Palace of Swabia. Woodline being taken down. 3DB just playing this patiently. Nothing too strenuous. Trebuchets coming out on the field. 3 siege workshops on the field. There doesn't seem to be any way back for MarineLord here at this point. Trying to get some more outposts, and MarineLord recognize it. He calls it GG because B is pushing forward. He's looking good. He's looking upwards. 2-0 to 3DB. Game number 3 coming up. Match point. 3DB could be winning this. MarineLord needs a response. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, with game number 3 from this best of 5 set, the grand final for the Road to Red Bull Wololo Legacy, July weekly. Week number 1, MarineLord in the north corner of the map, playing in blue as the Delhi Sultanate, and on the south corner of the map, we've got 3DB playing in red as the Abbasid Dynasty, and the map is Dry Arabia. This is important because this is match point, and speaking of points, I should actually probably update that. It is 3DB 2, MarineLord 1. And that's important because, being a best of 5, if 3DB wins this next game, that will be his ticket. Well, he just win the grand final, which would be incredible. It would be incredibly strong for his points and ranking to be able to secure his position in the main event. He's actually going on sheep, which is actually really curious for the Abbasid Dynasty, rather than going on berries. And this is important because this is slightly a bit different from what we normally expect the Abbasid to be played with. Because whilst basically it means they can get his House of Wisdom a bit earlier, it doesn't have to go to wood in terms of stragglers. And we'll be able to afford a lumber camp as well if he so wishes to do. The villagers haven't been hiding, they're just really deep in that town centre. Maybe if we swirl around, we might see them on the other side. Nope. They're within the walls, guys. They're working within the walls in the town centre. Let's take a look. For MarineLord's side of things, playing as the Delhi Sultanate, getting those free upgrades, as you can see, efficient production technology, which is very, very nice. If you're not aware of it, it means that scholars can be garrisoned in military buildings, boosting the production speed by 100%. Effectively, not double producing, but producing twice as fast. So if you've got one barracks, you'll be effectively producing the equivalent of 2 barracks, of course. Getting wheelbarrow, incredibly strong upgrade for free for the Delhi Sultanate. See, now putting down that lumber camp, not having to rely on straggler trees. Okie dokie. Maybe think about going on to sheep a little bit later on the game. I suspect one thing that's quite nice about 3DB's build, because he knows he's up against the Delhi Sultanate, it won't necessarily be under huge amounts of stress or pressure early on, or most likely anyway. Especially if you compare it to civilizations such as the French, where you may actually want to take the berries early because you may be pushed off them. But because it's against the Delhi Sultanate, perhaps feel a bit more comfortable with taking the sheep and then transitioning to berries a little bit later. There is the efficient production coming in for MarineLord, now transitioning onto wood, and will be going up to the next stage himself, I'm sure, very soon. Age up has begun for the economic wing. As you can see, the Abbasid dynasties can go to the economic wing incredibly fast. You get the feeling that actually he is going to be able to then get fresh foodstuffs that much quicker by going to the sheep first and then the berries. We're really interested to see if anyone can actually do the timings on that and the efficiency gains, because effectively the calculation would be how much extra food would be gathered by having gone to berries earlier versus the increased savings you get from fresh foodstuffs from the villagers by getting that fresh foodstuffs technology earlier. That would be an interesting calculation. I would love to see the numbers behind that. Dome of the Faith going up for the Delhi Sultanate. Haven't seen any Tower of Victory so far, especially in the Road to Red Bull Wololo Legacy Tournament. Holy moly, that's a lot of sheep there for the Delhi Sultanate. MarineLord, 16 sheep. That's an insane number of sheep. That's certainly going to help his position and avoid to transition to farms particularly early. Of course, the Delhi Sultanate will be going for the berries in any case, but that's certainly enough food to last a long time. It's really important to have that food, that protected food. That's the key issue, because it's under the town centre. If you're under pressure, the berries get pushed, or maybe another external food source gets pushed. You've always got these sheep to rely on and take smoothly and safely. And looks like villagers for 3DB will be going for stone for that second town centre, commonly done by the Abbasid dynasty. They get free, well, 2 for the price of 1 on their villagers by getting fresh foodstuffs, which is about 11 seconds away. We'll be getting there before 5 minutes. That's an incredibly fast uptime for the Abbasid dynasty. Holy smokes. I mean, MarineLord's only just got to the fuel age now. And 3DB has got fresh foodstuffs already, as well as wheelbarrow. Really strong build here for 3DB. Scouts here just being annoying by MarineLord, looking to try and annoy these villagers that are on stone, but that shouldn't deter them. I'm sure 3DB will get that second town centre up, and the thing is that MarineLord will need to be aggressive in field edge because you can't let the Abbasid dynasty boom away. And the really strong thing about the fresh foodstuffs is, okay, there's the initial investment in the second town centre in the form of 300 stone and 400 wood, once that town center is up, you're not having any extra food cost because of the extra village. You're getting basically buy one get one free, and it means that that food can be, well, for instance, if the Delhi Sultanate were for 2 town center, double the cost, the extra food that you save can put into military to protect your economy. And as the economy booms, the payback time will start to kick in, and the new villages, the extra villages, will really start to bolster that economy from even more military on the field, maybe even a tech up to the castle age. 200 stone in the bank, getting the more stone, getting there almost with 300. We'll need the wood as well, almost there with the wood too. Daily Sultanate, getting these upgrades nicely. Double broadaxe coming in. Blacksmith coming in as well for those blacksmith techs. Let's just see what it goes up with first with the blacksmith. Not clicked anything just yet. Organising his economy, getting those houses built. Nothing clicked yet on the blacksmith. It has gone up. There we are. Steel arrow. So it will be archers on the menu. I suspect a scholar might be coming out to garrison inside that archery range as well. There's the second town centre. Relatively far out actually. It's quite aggressive with that town centre. Going near the deer. A couple of horsemen here for MarineLord. We'll scout that out, but there are spearmen in play for 3DB. So MarineLord certainly can't deny that. That might be the focus of attention for 3DB. In case it gets pushed by the Delhi Sultanate in the feudal age. The match point is for 3DB. If 3DB can get win here, he will take the grand final. I suspect that's what he'll want to do, of course. Getting a stable as well to add to the armoured composition. This is where things really start to pay nicely for 3DB because he saved a lot of food. He's been on one town centre running at half the cost of a usual villager. But now with the second town centre up, sure, he's going to be running at the cost of one town centre. But he's going to get more villagers. Second blacksmith going from MarineLord for those upgrades. Let's take a look what he's got so far. Steel arrow. Still coming in. Still 2 minutes away. He's going to send the scholars out. Looking to get the central sacred site. Should be able to do so with the horsemen on the field. But 3DB has got a decent number of military on the field, although I'm not sure where they are now. There they are. Spearmen going forward. Needs to be careful not to get housed, both players. There's the Sanctity coming in. Enables the scholars to capture the sacred site. Would give them 150 gold per minute per sacred site. Very nice economy. As you can see the one there out of one. You can see the garrison scholar effectively having the equivalent of 2 archery ranges now. Getting for the sacred site on the right side as well. That'll be 300 gold per minute. Going to secure that central sacred site. Spearmen being sent out to the right sacred site. Needs to be careful. Not enough cavalry on the field for 3DB, you feel. It needs more horsemen actually because he's got a double stable though, so that will be happening. There's quite a lot of archers for the Delhi Sultanate here. There's that sacred site on the right. 300 gold per minute now, and also looking to get the sacred site on the left. Actually, 3DB needs to do something about this. Cannot let this happen. 450 gold per minute. Huge amounts of gold gets him up to the castle age quickly. Maybe even needs a market to rebalance the economy with the amount of gold coming in. Double stable. You'll see steel arrow still coming in, but getting fitted leatherwork in the works as well. Now there's a bit of a push here back on the right side, looking to neutralize that sacred site. Has been captured though, so that gold still will trickle in until it's decapped. The sacred site on the left has been taken as well. Central sacred site being looked to be pushed off. The only archers there to defend, but there are 2 horsemen. Looks like MarineLord looking to wall that up as well. Looks like the right side of the sacred site will be decapped though. Going for the back berries there, MarineLord. Food income will be strong for him. Like the walls might go up in time eventually. There's a couple of horsemen archers there as well. Look at MarineLord's resources. Look at the gold count. Gold count really rising here. So is the food count. Might be going for the castle age relatively soon. The Abbasid dynasty, where are they? Because the Abbasid dynasty food is very minimal. He's spending so much in terms of military. Military numbers should be high. 21 versus 15. Yeah, we can see here. Let's take a look at the production buildings. 3 stables. One barracks. 3 stables, 1 barracks. Yeah, 3DB looking to be aggressive in feudal age, that is for sure. He wants to end this game quickly. And he might just do so. If he can overwhelm his opponent in the feudal age, that would be strong. But MarineLord is going up to the castle age. That's going to be a big deal because castle age units will be incredibly tanky. 2 horsemen on the back berries there. Taking 2 villages. MarineLord does react, pull those villagers back. Does take some losses and some idle time. 3DB is looking to pressure this. I mean, it's open. They do go in now. Looking to decap the central sacred site. He needs to get rid of this gold income that MarineLord is getting. He needs to leave a unit there. Does leave a spearman. Looking to decap the central sacred site. Another villager might, no, won't go down, but put it under pressure. Now it looks like 3DB is starting to push forward. Look at the military numbers. Holy moly. 14 military for MarineLord, 29 for 3DB. He is committing, ladies and gentlemen. He's not got any villagers on gold. He is committed to the food village. Probably needs a couple more villagers on wood, actually. A lot of food income here. There's the pressure. Archers won't be enough here. 3DB putting the pressure here. What did MarineLord go up with the next stage? It looks like, where is that landmark even? Getting barracks, stables, but he's under a lot of pressure. We'll talk about it's compounded defender right in front of us. Again, I don't know how I feel about the compounded defender. MarineLord does have a couple of bit of stone in the bank. We'll be able to put some stone walls up if he wants to with his infantry units, but I don't think he has many infantry units. Only 6 military on the field, 29 for 3DB. Going to cycle around the back here. There is an outpost there, but it won't be enough. Not enough space there. Might lose one villager on the right side. What's going on here? Scholar being attacked. No sacred sites in the possession of 3DB. 3DB pushing everything back. He will have map control. But the thing is going for the favour of MarineLord is that he does have Castle Age in play. It just looks like he's going to siege down this outpost. Doesn't know Aristers, but does have 5 villagers garrison in. Those 5 villagers will be going down pretty quickly once that outpost does, but we'll have to commit. We'll be with losses because the spearmen are being focused down, I suspect, from the outpost. As you can see now, this is what we discussed earlier. When you're pressured and you need food, if you have food like this underneath the town centre, it's incredibly strong to have this sheep. This is what really keeping MarineLord in the game. Relics looking to be picked up. I think there's going to be a wololo here. Units will be captured. Yep, there is the wololo. Not a huge wololo, but still every little bit helps. Again, villagers on the back line being pushed up, but now are the man-at-arms. These are the Castle Age units. This is where you get the feeling 3DB needs to get up to the next stage. He's saving enough food. Almost there with enough gold. Let's take a look at the village count. 34 for MarineLord, 57 for 3DB. The economy playing so strong for 3DB. He had the same thing in the last game as well. Playing as a French. There's so much economy, but there are scouts on the field. That's not really going to do too much. Going to add some vision, but man-at-arms is what MarineLord has. This is what I find sometimes a little bit interesting. The Deadly Sultanate can get honed planes if they go for the other upgraded, if they go for the other landmark, the House of Wisdom. No, not House of Wisdom, House of Learning rather. But MarineLord deciding against that on the right side. 3DB looking to just take this fight with the spearmen. Going to try and deny this relic. On the left side, harassing scholars. Man-at-arms will push that back, of course. Take a look. 3DB is going up to the Castle Age with the Culture Wing. And the big issue is, look at the economy. Look at the food and gold. When 3DB gets there, he'll be able to get Lancers out very quickly on the field. Don't forget, he's got about 3 stables, so he'll be able to pump out those Lancers. Look at the economy, holy moly. 63 villagers versus 37. Army still pushing forward, keeping MarineLord's economy idle here. The thing is, for 3DB, he won't mind losing army here. Wololo going on the left side, 3DB reacts to it. Sure, he might lose the horsemen, but MarineLord's losing villagers, and not only that, he's not collecting gold. Keeping MarineLord off of gold is such a strong play here, because gold is what he needs. MarineLord not being on gold is losing villagers on wood as well. But without gold, MarineLord won't be able to make the Castle Age really count for him. He's got a market to balance his economy. Look at the stone income. I suspect stone is there for a keep for MarineLord. Getting at least 1 relic in. But it's been in Castle Age for quite a long period of time, not being able to get a relic in. Again, villagers being idled here. Look at the economy. 3DB still constantly producing. She's not. She's holding his food. I don't know where the food has been going, but now we're going to see the food going on Lancers. I can almost feel it. Here we are. Look at that. Triple stable Lancer production. A second relic does come in from MarineLord, but that won't really help him in the immediate future, because what he's facing up now is against camel archers and knights, lancers. Looking to snipe another scholar, but there is a wololo. He needs to be careful not to lose camel archers. They're very expensive. Keeps the camel archers on the field alive, and I think 3DB's got a huge advantage here. MarineLord going to struggle. I think he knows he's behind 2 town centre, Castle Age. It doesn't look strong here for MarineLord. Outpost looking to go forward. That's very ballsy, especially seeing as his opponent's at Castle Age with the 2 town centre boot behind us. Look at the army on the field here. 14 for 3DB, 21 for MarineLord, but These are expensive units. These are expensive castle age units, and they're going to be strong. And there's the economy bringing 3DB the win. 3-0 MarineLord taps out. 3DB is your champion for this week. He pulls ahead. He's beaten Class Axe to get here. He's got through Beastie Cutie. He's got through Wham. And now he has slain the mighty MarineLord. 3DB is your champion. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a quick ending. But it was a fantastic set. I hope you guys enjoyed this casted set. And if you did, do give the video a thumbs up. I'm hoping to bring you guys a lot more Age of Empires 4 casted content. Hopefully see you on that content. Take care, and see you next time.